So these were given to me by the fabricator. They're all pretty much the same size. That one there is a bit bigger, so we'll put that aside. So I was trying to work out what on earth I could do with these, and I came up with a little idea. So I'm going to put two together like this. So we've got something like that. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing here, but I want to try and set up a bit of a pattern. So I'm kind of wanting them about that far apart. So I put two of them together, and I'm going to cut a straight line down at 2 centimeters on both ends. Through lots of trial and error, I've got this pretty close now. So this is my pattern, and I'll set it up. So I've actually put the pattern on top, and I've got two of the bits I'm going to cut together, and this will ensure that I get the same, I hope it will ensure I get the same cut. You notice that I actually put the clamps on first. This is just so it won't move, because trying to get the same cut is really quite crucial here. I'm going to move this clamp's in the way, so I'm just going to move it down a bit. So you can see from this that some of them obviously match better than others. That one there is a good match. To get it to look anything like my model, I have to create some kind of jig so that the amount of slope on each side is the same. So I pulled apart my model so we can see what I'm trying to create. Well, definitely not the world's greatest jig. What I'm going to do is put a tack weld there, tack weld there, tack weld there, tack weld there, and see how it turns out. And I'm putting tack welds on the back as well. So this is what our monument's going to look like. It's not the same as the original idea. So what I'm aiming to do today is a weld on each side of these and a weld on the inside. We'll see how that goes. So I'm going to use the on-off method with a 3mm rod. This is 3mm steel. I may have some problems at the end here because you can see there's quite a bit of a gap, so it will be a matter of trying to fill that in. I may even have to turn the voltage down. So you notice that I've actually put a tack weld at each end, or as close to the end as I could get it. Now I'm starting to eat away at the metal a bit here, so I've gone and turned the voltage down. I've actually welded one side here, and that weld kind of comes through onto the back side. For completion's sake, I'm going to weld the back side as well. I probably don't need to. I probably only need to put some tack welds there, but being a bit of a perfectionist, I'm going to do a weld on both sides. Well, as you can see there, I'm struggling a bit with these inside welds, probably because there's slag from the outside welds. So I might just tack weld things. So this is our, what I'd call totem pole. This is the top here, And you'll see there's just a very simple sort of pattern. Now the bottom is again that same shape. There's going to be 3 points of attachment. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll be able to weld along here. There's also another point of attachment here, and weld along here onto the base plate. So this is a wooden base that I'm going to use. So the thing will be welded onto this, and then I'm going to use bolts to go in here. Now what I have created is a little thing with a big hole and a small hole. So what I'm thinking is, if I need to put it outside without the wooden base, of course the wooden base would weather, so if I needed to do that, I could just put the bolts in, take it off. I could take it off the board, put the bolts in, and then a ground grabber peg here. So this is a photo of the base. I've obviously put some bolts in here. If I turn this upside down, you can see. Okay, here we are with shields. Talks about all the multiplicity of shields we put up to protect ourselves. This is the base. Now, what I had to do, the wooden board wasn't completely flat. That was a bit of a drama. But the other thing I had to do, and I don't know if you can see it here, there was a few tiny holes that I had to bog up. Very minor things. And the other thing you really need to be careful of, every little mistake is picked up when something is painted. So even though you might feel across it with looking for splatter or any other type of abnormality, it's good to get a second pair of eyes onto it.